Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we have a different kind of video and it has to do with RTA. So let's go into World Arena. So I thought of showing you guys my runes in RTA, and I want to get some feedback on where you guys think I could end up in before the season ends. The thing is, I haven't been doing RTA for a very long time. I actually did it only once, very seriously, and that time was like at least a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, when Ager and Josephine and Vertihill was really meta. I mean, Vertihill is still meta, but Ager is not in the meta anymore, right? But it was when Ager was really good, and I did hit C1 at that time. You can see that my win rate is pretty nice, and people have been telling me that if I have kept going, I could have hit probably like C2, but I was really scared. I was getting really stressed on how RNG was getting to me. So when I knew that I was in the safe range for C1, I just stopped, and that's how I ended that season. And then the past season, I just did the placement match to get, you know, those rewards, the whatever thing that you could ride on, Elia's pet. And then you can see that I have done my placement this season as well. But really, I want to know, if I play RTA seriously, if I could hit, I don't know, C1, C2, or even C3. It seems like the RTA standard has went up by a lot, right? Ever since the rune management became separate from all the PvP or all the PvE content and everything else and World Arena. So ever since that rune management has been separated, it seems like everybody's rune quality went up by a lot. I don't know, I haven't really seriously played it, but I'm kind of afraid that I will not be able to get enough wins, or I won't be able to hit a certain rank that I really want to. But now, after pulling certain units, I kind of feel like that I want to try RTA again. So I'm going to be showing you my box, and I'll be showing you guys the runes, and I want to get some feedback on what you guys think of my rune quality and where I should be sitting in RTA. Where should I be sitting in RTA? Just purely from rune quality and maybe from the units, right? Because you can't disagree, or I mean, you can't argue that certain units play a big part in where you're gonna be standing at the end of the season, right? Because there's just certain units that are so good. But I don't have any LED Nat 5, so I'm just gonna tell you that right off the bat. But anyways, so this is my box. Let's get into it. This is my box, and I'm gonna maybe make this like a 2-part video and show you one part where it's just all cleave. So I really got interested in cleaving in RTA because it's just simple, it's fast, and the win and losing condition is just right out there. So you know right from the bat if you're gonna lose or win. There's a condition that you need to meet to win, right? For cleaving, and that is to outspeed. That's the one condition to win. So obviously my Swift runes are gonna be on the test, and I can tell you right now that my Swift runes are not good. After I show you this, I will go to the next part, which is all the other units, and see what you guys think on that. Obviously, you guys might think that, oh, you're not drafting for a team, you're just drafting units, right? You don't have a specific team, so your runes are all over the place, and that is true. I currently, right now, I have a certain team that I really know what I should take, so all my runes are kind of like scattered. So I don't know, maybe you guys might think that I should focus on only certain units and rune them with the best runes that I have, and just keep using that same team over and over again, right? That's true, and if there is anybody out there, I'm pretty sure there is, that is G1 or G2, G3 and RTA, and you guys see my box and you see like a certain team that could run, please let me know, and maybe I could try running that. And maybe, I don't know, that could be like some kind of content too, right? I could try that out and see how far I could go. But for now, I'm going to show you my team as a Cleave. and it's a Japanese cleave, right? The one that Foxy runs, the one that Japanese player runs, and that the easiest cleave that everybody could run, right? So I guess the most important unit in this cleave will be the Bastet, and this is currently my Bastet. And this is the is this the fastest I can make her? Yes. I mean, no, but I want her on will, so this is the fastest I could do. But I can make her faster if I sacrifice certain, if I can sacrifice certain runes from certain units. For example, like the Sierra, it has a slot 6 will rune that has 29 speed, right? I can sacrifice those kind of runes because right now it's 26 speed and stuff. And I can make her faster. But it's not gonna get that faster, 3 more speed, really. And to be honest, my slot 3 and 5 Swift runes are really bad, so this is really the best runes that I have for these slots on will. And if it's on Swift, it's gonna be a lot slower. So maybe this is the fastest I can make her on Swift will. Just from this, in my opinion, I think my cleave could only go max C1. That's what I think, personally. Maybe Conqueror 1. If I just continue to run this cleave kind of team, I think I can land in C1, but that's it. I can't go any higher. It's just that for Japanese cleave, there's so many counters to it, right? With all the revives and with all the, you know, anti-cleave mechanics from like the Miho or the Bilio, right? I just think that there's too many counters, so with my current speed, I think this is all I could go. But I'll continue to show you guys my runes for the cleave, and I'll see what you guys think. So that was the Bastet. Is my first pick, right? And then here's my Draco, which is on 300 speed. Again, I think it could be a little fast. It could be a little faster again if I sacrifice some runes from other units. But with all my runes spread out like this is the fastest I could get him, and it's on 300 speed. Again, I think with these speeds, I think C1 is max. Because after this management system has came out, and with the B12 dungeons, and with all these rune events that came out a couple days ago, not a couple days, all these rune events that came out past year, people's rune quality has really went up, right? So I think, being serious, I think C1 is the max I could go. So those are the first 2 picks, and then obviously the important unit next is Lushen. This is my Lushen. I know there's a very critical rule that you have to meet, right, when you're running this kind of cleave as you start going up, is that they need to be speed tuned on 1 attack bar booster. And is this fast enough for my Bastet? But anyways, they have to be speed tuned to 1 attack bar booster, and I think it's not. That's it, right? I think it's not. So it's already a fail, but I don't know. In C1, C2, C3, no, C3 is calling it too far, but C1, C2, I don't know if this will get cut unless they contest for speed. But anyways, this is my Lushen. I think it hits like 11k per card with the artifacts and stuff. 11k per card. And then my 4th pick is a flex, right? It could be a Garo. So this is my Garo on Vampire Nemesis. Oh, I should show you guys the runes. Okay. So my Bastet, it's on Swift 12. My Draco's on Swift Broken. And then my Lushen is on Rage Blade. Rage Blade Lushen. Okay. And then my 4th pick it could be a Garo. It's on Vampire Nemesis, right? Vampire Nemesis. It's a little slow, right? I think people have their Garos like 230 speed, 220 to 30 speed, I think. But you can see mine is pretty slow. But I like where the attack is. I like where the crit damage, the crit rate is, and it is pretty tanky, right? Plus 9,000 HP. So I think it's not that bad, to be honest. But that's my Garo. If it's not my Garo, obviously Julie is another famous pick, right? The thing is, I don't know. So I've been debating for a very long time, and I don't know if there's a definite answer. Is it better for your Julie to go first before your Lushen, or your Lushen to go first? I've been debating that, and currently it's ruined. The Julie goes second, right? It's 18 speed and it's at 9. Yeah, 219 to 218. So it's going after, but I don't know if this is the right choice. Please let me know in the comments below. And if you guys think that the Julie should go first, I'll try to make that change. But again, if there's really a certain player or a certain player that's ranked high in RTA that has some serious advice to give me, and they tell me no, go with this team, ruin them up, and try running it, then I'm gonna follow that and see how far I could go. Because I really want to, yeah, I really want to maybe hit C2, at least C2. I might be calling it, I mean, it might be too big of a goal, but I really want to. Anyways, that was that. So the Julie is here. I don't know how hard she hits. I don't know how hard per card, but yeah, I actually don't know how hard per card she's hitting. She doesn't have really great artifacts, so I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, the fifth pick is a flex, right? It depends on what they pick, right? So it could be a Kahli, right? Like if they have Tyrannus, I think I pick Kahli if I do see a Tyrannus, right? And not much a water threat, because yeah, she just nuke him down. But she does hit around 40k, I think. I think 40k was the damage that she gave out when I did use her. She's on Swift Blade. I know that people will say they should all be on Swift Will or some kind of, or every Rage Will, Fatal Will, something like that. But sorry guys, again, I spread out my runes and I don't have any good Will runes to spare, so they're all on Blade, I believe. I mean, Daphnis could be another pick, but she's not runed. But another very famous pick for this Cleave is the Raki. Obviously, you pull this out when you see Miho, right? I mean, Tyrannus, Vanessa. She's a very good unit for revive. Even a Garo, right? Even if they take the Garo, I could use her to kill it down. But anyways, this is her on Despair Will. So I did give her Will. And she's pretty tanky, right? She's pretty tanky. She has good crit rate, little lacking on the crit damage, but I think she has good attack. She has good speed. She is going last, and after everybody from my team. Also, the fifth pick could also be. I just noticed I have a couple more actually. I mean, I have one more after the Raki. I have the Shimitae. So this is my Shimitae. I ruined him to go first in front of the Lushen and the Julie, and the Garo and everybody else. So after all the attack boosters, my Shimitae will go first. But I really needed him because, you know, a speed lead is important. And I did ruin him to be faster. He does some nice damage. He has nice crit rate, and he's on Swift Blade again. So now that's my Cleave. The pick order, like I said, it's gonna be Bastet and Draco. And then I picked the Lushen, right? So those first three, I think, is almost a given. It doesn't change unless they start just picking, you know, and they start picking revive units right off the bat, which can be the case. There are people that once they see the Bastet or Bastet Draco, they just start picking, you know, Tyrannus, Vanessa, Triana. Well, Triana's fine, but yeah, if they start doing that, I start debating if I should pick the Lushen. But I think Lushen is still the next pick 99% of the time. And in my head, I'll be thinking of banning out the Vanessa. But obviously that depends on what their next picks are. And then the fourth pick is a flex, right? The most popular one at this point, if they're not going for speed, will be a Julie or Raki. Depends on if they have a lot of fire units or not. Raki, obviously, because of the arena attack lead, right? 44%. Right. So, and then the fifth pick will be whatever to counter their last pick, right? But yeah, that is my Cleave team. I don't know what you guys think. Please let me know if you guys think that I could hit C2. I mean, if I can even hit C1. Do you guys think that I could hit C1 with my Cleave team? That's the real question. I have tried it, I think 2-3 seasons ago, and then I got there, but then I don't know, I didn't like it because I was losing twice, maybe winning once. But just to let you know, that time there were a lot of units that weren't Devilmond scaled up or runed up, or I didn't even have them. But now it looks like I think I have most of the core units for this Cleave. So just by looking at the runes, right? I'll show it to you guys one more time. The Bastet, the Draco, the Lushen, the Julie, the, where's the next one? The Raki, the Garo, and the Shimitae, right? So looking at these runes, do you guys think, or where do you guys think that I can end up in, right? By the end of the season. Please let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this part of the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.